Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Domishira Marie, the artist, and as you can see, I already started painting. So that's going to be my simple introduction. I am going to just be talking at you guys for about 8 minutes. Why am I going to be talking at you guys for about 8 minutes as you watch me paint this symbol? Because I want to talk extensively about protection. And in this case, spiritual protection. Now, what I am painting is known as an evil eye protection symbol. Blue is the most notable color, but this can be painted in other colors because the different colors, when you paint them in this symbol, they have different types of protection, like different specific protections. This is something you can look up later. Please go do that if that is something that you're into. But this is painted in blue because this is, the blue is the color that I started seeing this symbol in, and that's what I'm painting here. So, yes. Why I want to talk about spiritual protection as you see I'm painting this symbol here is because spiritual protection is so super important, and a lot of people seem to forget that. Spiritual protection is so important because something as simple as somebody sending you just a stank eye can really mess up your day. It could even get you sick, like even just like a cold or sore throat or something like that. Something as simple as somebody giving you quite literally the evil eye. Now, spiritual protection is something a lot of people don't typically think about because of the day to day things. A lot of people they think about protection in the form of physical protection, self defense, or weapons or things of that nature. And, that's their business. But spiritual protection is also very important because when you're not protected spiritually, those things that are attacking you spiritually can also manifest in the physical to harm you physically, mentally, emotionally, and things of that nature. So, say for instance, gossiping. Gossiping about someone in a negative sense and just defaming them and saying all these nasty things is one of the most harmful things you can do to somebody because those words can definitely manifest in a physical way. That's why when people do cyberbullying or when they're gossiping about somebody that they hate and this person is having just like the roughest day at work or the roughest day at school or in life or in their relationship, a lot of the times it is just people just talking bad about them. So spiritual protection is super duper duper important. Now, I have seen and I have also felt the negativity in somebody simply gossiping about you and it manifesting in your real life in the physical because it happens to me quite often. I have the unfortunate the unfortunate privilege of having a lot of family members who also do a lot of gossiping, not just about, other people outside of the family, but people within the family. And it's really, really nasty. So spiritual protection is very, very serious. And it's definitely something that you should keep in mind, as an everyday person. Even if you don't even believe in spirituality, you should still believe in some type of spiritual protection. Now, with this evil eye protection symbol, this isn't the only way to protect yourself spiritually. There are so many different ways. There are countless ways that you can protect yourself spiritually. What I would suggest is that you look up like what are different symbols of protection in your culture. It also could be symbol of protection in your region if not culture. Other symbols of protection that I know of and that I personally use is the cross. The cross, due to colonialism and the way that a lot of Western thinking and Western religions have spread throughout the world, the cross is a major symbol of protection. We can go into Christianity and what that means and all that on another day, another time. I'm not getting into that, but the cross is a really, really deep symbol of protection. Another thing, railroad spikes. This is a A closed practice, really, because this is more so hoodoo related, and what a lot of my people would do in the South when it comes to protection. Can't really get into that because again, it's a closed practice. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Mind your business. Now, another way is protection crystals. Not everybody is into crystals and stones and things of that nature, but if you understood about crystals and stones is that they have different frequencies and different properties for very good reason. Now, why is that? There are things like obsidian and hematite. Now, these are the major two. I use a bunch of different crystals when it comes to protection and transmutation and just absorbing negative energy in general, but the biggest ones is obsidian and hematite. If you can get your hands on some good obsidian and hematite, those are great protection stones, also absorbing negative energy. And sometimes hematite rings or hematite bracelets or beads and things of that nature can break due to the amount of negative energy that they're absorbing. The color blue in general, this goes back to the Deep South and the color blue. I'm bringing it back to sinners because y'all know I love me some sinners. The color blue is such a spiritual and protecting color, and it's just if you want to be protecting something, just paint something blue. So something as simple as the color blue is a protective color. It's a gorgeous color. I love the color blue. It's one of my favorite colors, but yes, if you want to keep it simple, do something simple of that nature. But there are so many different ways to protect yourself. Remember, spiritual protection is so super duper important, especially in the time and space that we're in right now. There's so much spiritual warfare going on, y'all. There's so much spiritual. I don't even have to go into detail. If you see what's going on in the world in general, spiritual warfare is waging right now. Now it's been waging for a very long time. I'm not trying to be one of those conspiracy theorist type people, but spiritual warfare is definitely something that's heavy right now. So get your spiritual protection up. If you're somebody who is into praying, get them prayers up. Get them prayers up, like for real, for real. If you're somebody that's into just doing affirmations, get them affirmations up. Wake up and say you're protected. When you get in your car, say you're protected. When you walk around your space, say you're protected. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to share that. It was really sitting on my heart for a very long time for me to share that as I painted this. And I just wanted this week to be a simple video because I have a lot going on. But again, I will be doing more and more content over time. I hope you guys can still stick with me. I hope this doesn't make you uncomfortable. But if you sat through this, I really, really appreciate it. And as per usual, I hope everybody has a good day. Bye bye now.